Hello, this is Seth Morris, attorney at Liberty Law Group. Today's Liberty Brief is coming to you a few days early in light of the Thanksgiving holiday. On behalf of myself and everybody else at Liberty Law Group, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. We wish you safe travels, and we hope that you can enjoy the time with your family and friends. As in years past, we fully expect that there's going to be an increased presence in officers on the road, conducting DUI checkpoints and other things that will result in likely increased contact with the general motoring public versus just a normal Thursday. And so what we want to discuss today is how do you interact with police? Because anytime that you interact with police, you have the ability to assert your constitutional rights or waive them. And with some of these constitutional rights, if you waive them, they're gone forever and there's nothing that an attorney can do. And so let's just discuss a few of these because I don't want to make this a 6-hour-long video. We just want to get through this quickly. So anytime you're contacted by law enforcement, you have a right to remain silent and not make any statements. If you are in your vehicle and they ask to search, you have a right to refuse searches. If they show up to your house, you have a right to refuse that search as well. If you are pulled over during the course of a DUI investigation, you also have the right to refuse to perform standard field sobriety tests. So we've discussed just a couple things that you are not required to do. Here are some things that you are required to do. If you're in a DUI investigation and the officer says, I order you to take this breath test, you have to do that or that will result in a criminal charge against you. If an officer shows up to your house with a search warrant, you have to allow them to search within the parameters of that search warrant. If you are served with a subpoena that says come to court at this time, you have to show up, otherwise you could be held in contempt of court and put in jail. Now, like I said, this is just a quick video to hopefully educate you on some of this, but the reality is there's a ton of gray area. You would be contacted by law enforcement just walking down the street while you're out hunting, during the course of a traffic stop, or in any number of other situations. And so we're left with a million different ways that this can go. And the easiest thing is assert your rights early, assert your rights often, because most of the time you can plan on if you waive it out of the gate, it's gone forever. So a really easy way that I tell people is if you're in this situation, you can just ask the officer, well, is this a situation where I can refuse to allow you access to my cell phone to search my car? Or is this an order, right? Because if you refuse an order, now you could be charged with a separate crime for failure to follow a lawful order from a law enforcement officer. So simply ask that question, is this something that I can refuse? Now, if they say, yes, this is something that you can refuse, this is up to you, then you can say, now this is in your ballpark, but you could say something along the lines of, you know, before I consent to that or before I make this statement or before I do this, I'd like to consult with my attorney, and that will end the contact with law enforcement. And so again, be mindful. Sometimes these little things that you don't really think are going to make a big difference can make a huge difference in your case and affect the rest of your life. So when in doubt, just ask that question, is this in order? Am I being required to do this? And if the answer is yes, then you have to submit. And at the end of the day, what this means is really you're helping your attorney because maybe they were wrong in instructing you to do that. And now we have something that we can go and we can fight on your behalf on whether this was a lawful order or whether this wasn't. And so again, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And if your loved one needs an attorney, give us at Liberty Law Group a call, 402-865-0501. Thank you.